Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
To throw, it's King. Got a man, it's Rutherford. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Patterson. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Now, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Pulls it in, it's Haynes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Looking to scramble. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DP? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Rogers. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Smothers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception. But they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Smothers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll run the counter. He breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Defense has been dominant. We reached the end of the third quarter. Nobody's been able to get on the board as we check out the stats. It's easy to think back to 2014, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, the last time we had a game go into overtime as a scoreless tie. Let's see if that's the way this one goes as we start the fourth. To the ground with the back.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that might be all it takes, fellas. This has been a defensive war and struggle all game long. That field goal in the 4th quarter might be what ends this thing. The newspapers tomorrow are going to say 3-0. How crazy is that?
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air, it's Bailey. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And running east-west at this point is not going to help you win this game. You're down by a possession in 2-minute situation. You got to catch it and get north, get the first down to stop the clock, or you got to catch it and make sure that you're somewhere close to out of bounds if you're going to try to go laterally. But that wasn't it right there.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
Man, and you really wanted that first down. Time is not your friend right now. You better come to the line with a good thought process because that clock is ticking.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Pocket breaking down. Across the 45. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Caught over the middle. It smothers. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.